What's going on, folks? My name is Josh and you are watching The Outdoor Dude. Thanks for coming to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking to you guys about how to tune your baitcaster to stop those backlashes. So stick around. Bam!
Look at that big mamma jamma, folks.
Alright guys, we are back. Baitcasters can seem super intimidating when you first start fishing them. I talk to so many people while I'm out on the water about fishing baitcasters. It's an interesting looking reel to them. Keep in mind, guys, I live in upstate New York. You go to the local Walmart here and there are maybe 2 baitcaster combos for sale there. There are no baitcasters for sale to pick up by themselves. It's just for some reason not really a big way to fish up here, and I'm not sure why. Alright guys, now let's get into it. First things first, when you start fishing a baitcaster, you're going to notice there's a couple things different about this reel than your open face spinning reel. And that would be, you've got this brake right here, your spool tension knob, and you've got a magnetic or centrifugal braking system on the side of your reel right here. This knob is your tension knob, sets your spool tension. This controls your spool speed in the beginning, whereas the magnetic or centrifugal braking system controls the speed of your spool in the back end of your cast. If you're getting backlashes in the beginning of your cast, you know you have to tighten this knob down a little bit more and tune that up. And if you're getting backlashes towards the end of your cast, you know you have to tighten this down and tune that one up. Or if it's a centrifugal braking system, what you're gonna wanna do is pull that cap off like those do. And then when you turn those magnetic brakes off, make sure you go 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Be even in the way you turn those off so it doesn't set this thing out of balance. Now this will apply to the folks that are new to baitcaster fishing in general, but when I first get me a baitcaster or I start putting a new bait on there that I haven't fished before, I'm not familiar with its rate of fall, I will immediately get that bait set up, pull that bait almost up to the top of my rod, my first eyelet, get my rod in the 12 o'clock position, and I will tighten that spool tensioner all the way down to where I open the bail and engage the reel and nothing happens. So now what you want to do is you want to start to slowly turn that spool tension knob, now more and more loose, very, very slowly, tiny, tiny increments at a time. So you can see when this bait falls on its own. I really tightened that thing up, didn't I? That's falling on its own, but it didn't quite hit the ground. So you want to pull that thing back up, engage the reel, loosen it, boom. To where that bait hit the ground or the water and this didn't overturn. Stop right there. Now that's where you want to stop when you first start fishing, and that's where you want to leave this setting. Now you are going to lose some casting distance, but that's not what this is about right now. Casting distance can come later. You want to focus more on accuracy and not backlashing. If you got 20 bucks in fluorocarbon on your reel and you backlash so bad you can't get it out, now you're out a decent amount of money that you could have spent on baits, or decent amount of time that you could have spent actually practicing to get less backlashes and to be better casting with that rod before you decide, I want to get better at casting really far. So you'll notice that when you tighten that brake down like that and you go to cast, that I feathered it, I cheated. Okay. So I'm gonna flip a cast out there, and you should all start with a sidearm cast. Don't overhand bomb cast this thing, a big old Hail Mary out there. Now don't get real whippy with your cast when you first start casting with a baitcaster. It's not like a spinning rod where you can really get whippy with the end of it, just flip that out there with the flick of the wrist. With a baitcaster you want to start out very fluid, sidearm, just smooth. And you notice, I didn't feather that one at all. I let that bait hit the water and nothing happened there. If you tighten your drag or your settings enough, a baitcaster won't backlash on you at all. You just won't really be able to cast that far. Now, as far as your magnetic braking system goes, this controls the back end of your cast. What you really want to do with this to start, again, like this one, is to turn it up almost all the way and then back it down 2, 3, maybe 4 if you're comfortable and you're not real whippy, but I wouldn't go more than 4 to start, but back it down 2 or 3 clicks. Some reels go up to like 20, some go up to 10. You'll have to just figure out what works on your reel. Go all the way up, back it down 2 or 3 clicks, and stay with that to start. What you're gonna find out is that when you turn this all the way up to 10 or 20, whatever your reel says, and back it down 2 or 3 clicks, you're probably gonna be pretty good with the back end of your cast now too. If you're not, then you notice the back end of your cast getting a little bit, spooling out a little bit on you, and you're losing a little tension, try to just go up a click, cast again. If that doesn't work, go up a click and cast again. Keep working it until you find what works best for you. Now you're gonna cast like this for quite some time, and you're not gonna have a ton of distance to your cast till you really get out there and just practice. What I like to do the best is put a Texas rig on there with just a big thick chunk plastic. Keep that hook buried in there so it doesn't actually hook anything and dig in anything. And I like to just cast around in the yard. That's how I practice pitching and flipping and hitting like different stuff in my wife's garden. You're gonna notice that when you do get out there and cast, if you're hooking to the left a little bit, or if you're casting from the other side and you're hooking to the right a little bit, it's probably because your brake is set a little too tight. Your bait and line are not coming away from the rod and off the spool freely, and it's going to put too much tension on it and make it hook one way or the other. And you'll know by doing that you have to loosen your spool tension just a tad bit. So guys, as you can tell by this short video, that adjusting the tension knobs and the magnetic braking system or centrifugal braking system on your reel can be incredibly crucial to casting distance. It can be crucial to casting accuracy, and it can be super crucial to not backlashing, saving money in line and time and frustration, and actually getting to use this rod and reel style for what it's so great for, and just efficiency of use and speed of use. So when you get real comfortable with one of these rod and reels, you're gonna wonder why you didn't start earlier. All right guys, that's it for today's video. Hopefully by the end of this video, you've learned now how to adjust your baitcaster and you feel like a pro about to get out there on the water. Guys, just remember that every day I go out there, I still backlash. KVD probably still backlashes. A lot of guys backlash every day. Something that's not gonna go away forever. You're just gonna get better at it and you're gonna backlash less. Don't let it discourage you guys. Baitcaster fishing is super, super fun. It's like reeling these fish in on a winch when you got a great drag system and a really strong line. It's fun, fun way to fish, guys. So don't let it discourage you. Get out there, practice, practice, practice. And hopefully you guys get out there, catch more fish, and have fun casting that baitcaster around. Until next time, guys, if you guys found this video useful, if you like videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button right there. Click the notification bell so YouTube notifies you when I do a new video. If you guys want to see more videos like this or actual fishing videos that I do, check out the video I've got set up for you guys right here, and I'll see you over there. Bam!